What is up, everybody? Hope you guys are recovering well from last night. For those of you that stayed up till the wee hours of the morning watching Spine Ticks, I have my co-host Doyle here for the show today. I'm awake somehow. It is, I don't know how I'm awake, but I'm here. And we're going to do another final order cutoff discussion, breakdown, whatever you want to call it. I'm going to say hey to everybody in the chat. Wesley's comic collection coming in first, always first in the chats, it seems like. Then we got Sith Lordly is here. He kept us going till, what was it, like 4, I don't know. I thought it was 4 a.m. my time. I don't know. Who else we got here? We got Comics Talk Weekly, who's looking for some tax advice. That's not happening in this discussion, unfortunately. I think the Power Pack might be doing that. Maybe we're gonna get a rant from Kid on taxes. Yeah, 7-hour show, and it's not currently existing on YouTube because there's some stuff that has to be edited out of there. Bricks, what's going on, my man? Who else we got in here? We got Nola, who was with us to the end, 4 a.m. our time. Travel and Root Beer. Fell asleep watching us, and I was showing books when he woke up. We got the Clayman himself, Louis Shadow Rabid, as his Star Wars name is. What is going on? Yeah, Jay being on the show probably brought the show to the point that it was going to have to get edited no matter what. And then we had Thorough come on and use some of his cards that lead to lots and lots of clips. Oh, man. Yes, the real star of the show. It's not me. It's Doyle. You guys are here for the cat. Let's be honest. The show went longer than the amount of time that's passed since it ended. No, we might be at 9 hours since it ended now, right? I don't know. It's too early, man. Comic-Con, what's going on? Thanks for coming in here and watching. Remember what I did last night by watching Spine Ticks reruns? There's no watching what I did last night this time. Oh, it was 5:15? Oh, shoot. All right, man. Oh, geez. All right. So you guys are here because you know what final order cutoff is, but if anybody pops in or watching us on the rewind, you don't know what final order cutoff is. This is the last day that your retailer, whether that be your local comic shop or your online retailer, can put their orders in for these books that are on the cutoff. So if there's something that you want to make sure that is pulled for you from your shop, this is when you have to do it by. So that means today for DC Comics and tomorrow for Marvel Comics. So we're going to start with DC because their cutoff is today. I'm going to drop the link, as always, in the chat. If any of you guys want to hop on here and say hello, please do so. If you want to join the discussion, contribute to the discussion, whatever, that's why I've got the link there for you guys. So let's start talking about DC Comics, and let's see what we got on final order cutoff this week. We've still got some DC Future State books on, excuse me, on the final order cutoff. But okay, so this is weird. So the final order cutoff on here and on Lunars showing something different than what was showing on the previews website for DC. We had the fact that Batman 106 was coming, and it's not showing up here. So I don't know what these DC books are doing on the previous thing, but this says that Batman 106 is on final order cutoff. This is the right date. I don't know what's going on there, but Sanctum Sanctorum's information agrees with Lunar Distribution's information here. So the books we talked about last night that were DC aren't on the cutoff today. But we're wrapping up Future State here. So we got Dark Detective 404, a Dan Mora cover for cover A. We got Future State Superman, House of L one shot. And, from what I understand from everybody that's been reading DC Future State, these have been hit or miss. There's been some really great stories, like Dark Detective. The main story I've heard has been really good. The backup stories have not been good. What's up, Joey? We got 2/3 of the power pack in here now. Let's see what else we got. So there's the cover B for Future State Dark Detective. We got Batman Superman number 2 of 2. I haven't heard that one's been good. I heard the Aquaman one was not that great. So here's number 2 of 2 for Aquaman is on the cutoff. Superman versus Imperious Lex. Actually, I think I heard this one was a pretty good one. We've got a cover B cardstock variant also. The Suicide Squad for the Future State, I heard that was a pretty interesting read. I think they were taking down I think it was like a Dark Justice League. Let's flip back to that. We might, yeah. And that's the thing with the Future State. They're throwing the spaghetti at the wall and seeing if it sticks. They're gonna get some interesting characters out of it. If it, if you get a character here that they're like, this is the one that's gonna be good, then we're gonna see that one stick around. We got Joey in the house.
Sparks, what's up, brother?
How are you doing?
I'm good, man. How are you? The Sparks,
I'm doing well.
Dude, I just need to pop on and ask what the F went down last night, because Sith told me it went 7 hours.
We were, 7 hours.
Oh my God.
Hold on. I took a shot of I think while we were in the backstage at the end, 7 hours, 19 minutes, and 37 seconds.
Oh my God, dude.
All the way to the very end. We started that the last probably hour we lost, most of the rest of the people, me, Nola, Sith, and who was the last one to hop off? I don't even remember now. It was too late. But we were the last 3 hanging. And we just kept going, kept talking, we were having a good time. We started talking about cards because
because of the PSA tendencies.
Nola, Hudat, and Al are gonna start the PSA tendencies channel.
Yeah, I'm excited for that.
So we started talking about that a little bit. I have like my old Pokemon collection, so I was just like,
yeah, I saw the freaking Pokemon cards going crazy, and I tried to find my old Pokemon collection because I knew I had a couple decent ones, and then I couldn't find them. I'm like, damn, I think my mom sold it at a yard sale or something.
Speaking of people that were on last night, what's up, Nola?
Nola, what's up?
What's up?
How are you doing?
Oh, I'm good.
I got the coffee in you today.
I haven't had time to make coffee.
Oh man.
I was telling Seth this morning, man, that I am never falling asleep for another Spine Tick show.
Lou was on with us. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
We just had Lou. Amy is not at the same spot right now. She's up north. So, he was hanging out with us to the end. It was crazy. There's about a 2-hour period that Sith's probably gonna have to just completely remove.
Yeah. That's what he's telling me with the card game.
All right, we have a request for this.
This is the progression of Joey's life.
Yeah, there we go.
Joey, I'm very sorry that you have to end up here. I'm just saying.
Oh man, no, it's a little tired today, but it was worth it. It was fun.
Yeah,
cool hanging out with everybody.
We had people waking up
watching
the show. Like, I went to bed, and you guys are still going.
Yeah. Oh, was it Joker that like he woke up to like use the bathroom or something? He's like, well, you guys are still on. Go to bed.
Oh my
God,
dude. And the best part is when that shit gets edited down, it's gonna be like 2.5 hours.
Honestly, no, I still think it'll be the longest show after the edits.
Oh.
I still think we can do this. So apparently the girl in the blue helmet is supposed to be a Blue Lantern on this book. Just to randomly come back to this before I forget.
Yeah, Parks, I gotta ask, man. I know you're a big new comic book day guys. Like, how many books do you have on your pull list, or how many books do you pick up weekly?
Depends on the week, but I post every time. I post.
Oh yeah, I seen those.
So some of the times I have a lot because I get multiple covers.
Right.
Like Strange Academy is the one I'm gonna. Yeah, he's about right. There's 3 covers for Strange Academy every time it seems like, and I've been picking up 2 of those. So like when Strange Academy comes out, my pool goes from small stack to big stack.
Yeah.
I've been cutting back. Like I'm done getting like. I feel like ratios for Marvel stuff. I'm out. I don't want to do it. Second prints for Marvel. I'm out. Don't want to do it. So I've cut back on stuff, but then my indie pool list went up. So
my parents were calling me to ask for because I going to eat enchiladas for lunch. But I got one last question for you because I want to get into the indie stuff, man. So besides Something is Killing Children, because I'm getting that trade paperback Wednesday. I'm gonna grab that because my LCS ordered it. What do you think is the best indie series out there?
I'm gonna go with Department of Truth.
Department of Truth. That's why,
especially the last issue. So I think that wraps that arc up. So I don't know if they're gonna put 1 through 5 in the trade when it comes out. I think that's the plan.
So so this next issue wraps up the arc, and then what, issue 6? Did you say is the new arc?
So there's like a 2 or 3 issue period of not necessarily filler, but it's not the main story. It's just them focusing on isolated conspiracy theories, and so there's some guest artists that are going to be on there.
Okay.
So if you're watching later, I'll mention it because the cover B artist is the guest artist on issue 6.
Yeah, well, dude, you and all your indie talk, man, definitely has me gotten into more indie stuff. I was reading. I picked up the trade paperback for Ice Cream Man.
No rush, but lunch is ready.
Okay.
Yeah, this is a good one too. Necromorphous.
Okay, I'll definitely check that.
It's from Behemoth Comics. So they're an even smaller independent company. So it's a black and white comic. There's no colors or anything, but the art's still like really good. Like the lines and everything it's good.
Okay, yeah, definitely. Yeah, because I was reading some Ice Cream Man, and then I'm gonna be reading Something's Killing Children. So I think I'm thinking I'm gonna start reading a lot more indies. They're good apparently. So
Joe, if you depends on the genre. That has a little longer run than Department of Truth, since it's only 5 issues in right now. Check out Die.
Yeah. Okay.
And check out Once and Future.
Okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right.
If you want something sci-fi, this is only 5 issues in, but we only find them when they're dead.
Also
been really good.
We Live.
And if you want something that's got a huge run already, Saga.
Okay. Yeah.
There's a 54 issue omnibus that's out.
All right.
And then it's supposed to return at some point.
Oh, okay, right. And isn't there gonna be a TV show too?
I wouldn't be surprised. I don't know yet, but probably. I haven't finished reading the whole 54 issues, but I'm like 30 something issues in, and I'm like, absolutely, I love this.
Yeah. Okay. Awesome, guys. Hey, man, thank you for having me on. I mean, I know you just put it in the chat, but still, it was fun. I'm gonna go eat some enchiladas for lunch. Peace out, guys.
See you, Joey.
All right.
Everyone, go check out Joey's show with the Power Pack today at, I think it's 5:15 instead of 5:30 Eastern time. Their link is in the description below. What's up, Professor? And Hyper's here also. He's wondering if I'm still working on that Pringles can. I was hungry last night. We were up too late.
I think I shared every meal with you yesterday.
Considering we didn't really have lunch, we just had like a combined lunch dinner.
Right.
We just skipped the breakfast part. This is I think we're talking about Why the Last Man here. Yeah, everyone likes Saga. So yeah, enjoy those enchiladas, Joey. We're gonna keep DC moving because there's not a whole lot on DC. I think it was on Aquaman. I heard nothing great about it. And then we got Suicide Squad, which I heard actually was pretty cool. This one, oops, of course it opened in a new window instead of a new tab.
Yeah, that cardstock cover looks sick.
All right, I'm just going to click on it. I can't click new tab apparently. That looks pretty cool. Especially since we know, he's in the movie. I don't know if any of these other ones are or not. It's a Derek Chu cover, so yeah, that's pretty cool. Black Mana. What's his name? Peacekeeper, Peacemaker. John Cena. That's all I know. So that's why I say, DC, I'm out of my depths a little bit. And then Legion of Superheroes 2 of 2. I don't know if anyone really super into Legion of Superheroes or not. 'Cause I haven't heard anything about issue 1, how that went. I think that came out this week or the week before. What's up, T Ravis? T Ravis is here. Peacemaker. That's his name. And yeah, he's getting his own HBO show. Okay. So I'm assuming the issue 1 variant for the Derek Chu was probably the the Dark Justice League or something like that. Whoever they were fighting. That's all I got for DC. You don't really read any DC, right?
No, I read no DC.
That's what I thought.
Which, by the way, is not a thing about DC because I only read like 2 Marvel books. So
right. You read a lot more indie than anything else. Well, that's where the good stories are, is indie. So why read something that doesn't have as good of a story? We got Hidden Gem Comics here. What's up? How's it going? So speaking of indie, let's get into Image.
Image has got a bunch this week. Yeah.
And every issue we've got a blank cover, it seems like, for crossover. I don't know why. It seems kind of excessive, but cover A, great giant size X-Men homage here.
Yep.
And we got first, I guess, cover of that. I already forgot what they're called. But first cover of them in crossover. They showed up last issue.
Yeah, I got to get caught up. I read issue 1 and 2. I haven't read the 3 yet.
Oh, so there's some spoilers. Sorry.
No, don't worry about it.
Granted, it's probably been all over the internet too.
Internet? What's that?
Something going on over on this side of the cover. I'm assuming that must mean somebody else is coming in this issue. But I love how this story arc is called Kids Love Chains.
That sure looks like Thor's helmet on the right.
Yeah. I'd be willing to bet, they've got some more like shadowy things showing up.
Could it be a thin
paybacks
hand down in the bottom?
It could be the hand. Yeah. that looks about right what you were doing. I think the payback sounds right. It's something like that. Something starts with a P. Yeah, Troy. Crossovers, like issue 1, I liked, but I was based on the premise. I wasn't 100% sold. Issue 2, I was like, okay, this is good. Issue 3 then just like blew it out of the water. So that's our cover B. We know we have a cover, the blank cover C, so that should be this one. No, okay. So we have a 1 in 100, which is like the sketch version of cover B. That might be it then. Yeah. So I don't think there's going to be any secret covers for this one. Like last time, where there was like 6 million secret covers, or whatever secret variants. I think issue 6, we're going to get that again though. Because Donny Cates already been like, issue 3 and 6, retailers need to order a bunch. So I think that's why he's saying that.
He's got a fascination with issues 3 for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, you go back and look at all of his series, almost all of them have something big in number 3, and then usually 6, 7, somewhere in that range. It's the odd numbers for Donny Cates.
Yeah. I mean,
it really is.
Issue 3 of King in Black was really good.
Yeah.
And had some interesting things going on. Look who's backstage. You got Travel and Root Beer here. What's going on?
What's up, Travel? By the way, I'm down for the 7-hour Star Wars roleplay anytime.
Yeah. I was going to say Sparks. I don't think Sparks saw that comment, but yeah.
I did, but I don't think I processed it.
No, you're talking to Joey and stuff. It's all cool, but I'm telling you, man, I'm sure Nola's done something like that before. Really, that's pretty well reserved for the people that can't meet more than like once a month or oh God, forgive them, once a year people. Those are the type of people who tend to gravitate toward 7, 8, 9, 10-hour games. If you're meeting once a week or bi-weekly or even a couple times a week, 2 hours less is better, honestly. The way we're doing it right now is optimal, I think.
Well, gigantic sessions like that, much like Spine Ticks last night, really lead you to question decisions you've made in your life. How did I get here doing this for this long?
Well, and I tell you now, as an experienced DM, man, like planning for something that's going to cover that long, oh my God, like it's a part-time job's worth of work the week before the session. J Sparks Citron,
yeah. So Department of Truth, we already kind of talked about, is one of my favorite series right now. And Martin Simmons, the usual interior artist, is not interior art for issue 6. I don't think he's doing issue 7. I think he comes back on issue 8. So he did the cover for issue 6 for cover A though, which is another, like, I love his art. My original problem with it was I didn't like it in the comic, but now that I've seen what he can do with that art and how that fits the style, I love it. So it's gonna be weird not seeing his art on the inside. There we go. Jay Ramirez. That's a good Sunday afternoon.
Yeah, bring some of that food by. Drop it off.
Do you do food delivery?
Can we do Can we do Jay Ramirez DoorDash?
Right? Let's get some of that. There's some DM love right there.
Oh yeah, thanks, Lewis.
That
Appreciate it.
That cover has a fine art feel.
Yeah, I really like this.
It looks a lot like a Gustav Klimt painting.
I was gonna say, yeah, that looks like some Renaissance work.
Yeah.
Well, and that's the theme. Like this issue, it's going back into stuff that goes to the Middle Ages.
Oh, okay, right on.
So we're looking at Inquisition, Illuminati. What is the truth behind the Phantom Time hypothesis?
I'm gonna have to get into Department of Truth at some point because everything that you guys have said about it's right up my alley.
And then look at this cover B.
I love this cover.
Oh, right on.
Yeah, and so this is the interior artist for this issue. Elsa Chartier. I'm butchering it, I know.
Chartier.
Chartier. I'm gonna butcher it no matter how I say it.
Yeah, just do it with a flourish. That's all that matters.
Chartier.
There you go.
To it. Whoops. Where's the comment? How many hours of sleep? Probably 6. I don't know.
Oh.
Maybe. No, probably less. But I don't know. I woke up and I felt like I was ready to go. So this is the B. I think you said this though during when I was showing the A. So that was the A. I'll take one, man. If you come to NOLA, there's 2 of us, so easy delivery. Definitely pick up the trade. It was on FOC 2 weeks ago, so probably next week or the week after it should be out.
Cool. Yeah, I'll check my shop. My local shop is pretty good about indie trades, but they don't get a lot of like new indie issues.
I say if you say, hey, I want to start picking this one up, if you put it in my pool box kind of thing, they might be able to do that for you. Especially if you read the trade and you're like, absolutely, I want to keep reading this.
Well, yeah, if I spent, $20-$30 on the trade at the store, they'd probably hop on that.
Yeah, I don't know how a shop isn't pulling this though. Like how are they not putting this on the shelf?
I've never seen that comic at any of my local shops. I've only seen you guys talk about it. I've never seen that in my life.
That's insane.
And I have
Or
3 shops.
I mean, the other thing is the people in the area love it so much it just flies off the shelf, and by the time you're there, it's gone.
That's
or they
not
only have a
lot of
couple
other
extra
stuff.
copies. There we go. Bring a plate of food, and we'll take care of you over here. Another survivor from last night. Yeah, Railroad 6 was hanging out with us all night. Appreciate that. So let me see. I don't remember if there was a
variant.
Yeah.
I don't think there was this week.
I didn't think so. There's not.
Ooh.
I think that was already on FOC Firepower. And then so we were talking about Ice Cream Man too. I haven't read any Ice Cream Man, which I should, and I need to, but there's a Ice Cream Man number 23. I got like a game show vibe going on here. Yeah. So incident that occurred on the set of Tonight. So that's why we got that vibe there. And then, we always got to have an ice cream truck, right? And some birds, some vultures eating a corpse. Fun stuff.
Just some lighthearted reading.
Yeah.
Something for the kids.
Man. Troy, if they still got some issue 1 sitting there, go snag those. Philadelphia number 12 is getting a second print. How is this different than the first print, though? Because I thought that was already a cover.
I think the colors are a little different.
The Philadelphia lettering?
Maybe, and
Isn't it usually white?
Let me go look at the first one.
I think that might be. I don't know. I'm not reading this. I know Azer S. Tiger's been loving it. What's up, guy? you missed a great show last night, and there's no watching it now. The Butcher derailed everything last night. But yeah, I think it's probably just the lettering, the bottom too. Because I think I've seen, we've had to have had that cover already. We got Monstrous number 32. I didn't even realize it was that far in. I've heard that was a good one, but I didn't get on it at the beginning, so I never read it. Nailbiter Returns number 10. I don't have anything there. Nomen Omen 12 of 15. I stopped that at issue 10 because I hadn't read anything since like issue 5. Sounds about right. Yep.
So it takes you 5 issues of buying a comic and not reading it before you've decided, no, I think I'm done.
I just kind of forgot to keep.
No, I know, dude. I'm just messing with
it. Yeah. I mean, to be fair, I haven't read an issue of Die since like the first story arc, but I loved it, so I know I'm going to keep reading it. I just have to sit and read it.
Well, by the way, Sparks, I'll get this out to you tomorrow or Tuesday.
Oh, appreciate it, man.
Those are the 2 that you know of, and I threw a bonus book in there that I think you'll appreciate. So
nice.
I don't know, maybe you can open it live on your channel or something.
Yeah, do that. I got the that one from the live stream.
Thanks, man. Yeah, just
I'm gonna look for those other ones.
Find something else of mine. That's not an immediate, but I can never find Crow books. So.
Yeah, no, I figured. Yeah, I'll keep looking, see if I can find those other things that you're looking for. Interesting. I didn't even catch this. The art on that is by Deladera, the artist for Something's Killing the Children.
Oh, right on. And that's actually a variant too. That's the B cover for that.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I see that cover B.
The only time I've ever seen that cover is bundled with like all of them on eBay. Like I've never seen it just for sale by itself.
Yeah. So, I mean, Second and Charles, you find some random stuff there.
I really wish. See, my mom, she works in horse racing, so she travels all over the country. She's always in New Orleans, and I haven't been to Louisiana since like, God, I was probably like 12 last time I was there. But I need to come down there sometime when she's there, just so I can hit these comic shops with you guys.
Definitely, if you come down, we'll go all around. I think the ones we went to yesterday, better random findings than
there was a lot of good stuff in there. Like I would have liked to have picked through all that.
Oh yeah, we could have you could sit at Second and Charles for
day. Travel, you would love Second and Charles. You find all kinds of stuff in there.
and that the stuff that you find there is the stuff probably that I'm not looking for, Nola's not looking for, most collectors aren't looking for, but it's the stuff that you like, that those like niche kind of things that's like no one's looking for. So you're gonna walk in, you're gonna be like,
hardly. Like once in a while, like lately I've actually been my main shop, which is like less than 3 blocks from me. I was there the other day or last week, and I picked up some mask books that I'm like, how have I never seen these? Like what? Like, you know what I mean? I've picked through the place for the past like 3 or 4 months, you know, and I have occasionally found something different. But how did I miss these?
Yeah. No, this is just like the most random thing that I found there that I was like, I don't know what this is. The Backstagers, Halloween Intermission number 1, but the author is James Tynion.
Huh.
So I was like, all right. I like Something's Killing the Children. I like Department of Truth. Those are his books.
What is the volume on that one? What's the issue on that? Is it 1?
It just says Halloween Intermission number 1. So I'm wondering if it's like some sort of special thing.
Yeah.
And they did a series of this. I really don't know. I haven't looked into it yet, but it's a boom box book, so it's it's a younger audience target. But I'll read anything that he writes because he does a good job. Joey, I found a bunch of Dr. Afra books, and then that book, Abbott, the first Abbott series, number 2. So there's a couple of good things there. I never know what I'm going to find.
No, not Mask. The Mask. The Mask is like my thing. I know what you're talking about, though. Mask. You talk about like the '80s cartoon series, and I do run into those books from time to time.
Yeah, definitely check it out, Troy, because you never know what they got there, and they got some like, you know, the collectible kind of things, toys, and that kind of stuff too. That sometimes people bring to them to just get rid of, and they pay them, you know, dirt cheap, and then prices are usually decent on that kind of stuff.
Yeah, it's basically just a clearinghouse for like all pop culture manufactured entertainment.
Yeah, like when I moved here,
records.
When I moved here, I got rid of some pops that I couldn't sell, and I just was like, take them because I don't want to take them with me. And so, yeah, I got a couple bucks, and I probably bought a couple comics and to replace that. But it's worth the change there. So, guys been looking for Mask books.
So let me know what issues you want, and next time I'm at the shop, I'll let you know that they have a bunch of them there. And I mean, everything I've seen is in decent condition.
So
what else we got on FOC, Sparks?
Yeah, I always get off track, but it's all good. Oblivion Song 30, ending a story arc here. I haven't been reading this, but I know, isn't this one optioned or something?
I can't even keep track anymore.
I don't know. It's Kirkman, so it's probably decent. Post Americana 3 of 6. I didn't pick this one up because it was another post-apocalyptic blah blah blah. I'm not feeling that one, but I think some people reviewed it. The story kind of sucked, but the art was good. The premise is good. I want to say Pressable Defix did a review of it, but I'm not sure. This was another one that I looked at and I was like, what? Apparently it's getting a second print, though. Rain Like Hammers, #1, from this Brandon Graham. He did art inside, outside, did the story. I guess we could say this is a dope-ass cover. And issue 2 is coming out for it. Scumbag. There's one I can talk about. This one's been surprisingly good. It's ongoing. It's Rick Remender. Are you reading this one, Nola?
I read the first one. I liked it. It almost feels like it's trying to be more than it needs to be. It's like how far can I push the envelope with this?
That's what I could tell from all the covers I've seen of it.
What's up, Swing With Me?
Like, it's got some really raunchy stuff going on there.
Yeah, but it's fun. It's definitely fun. It's like a 90s action movie, kind of, you know?
Yeah.
I don't know how much substance there will be to it, but...
I mean, there's a lot of substances.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah, I mean, this guy, he is a literal scumbag, like worst kind of person you can think of kind of thing. And then he gets these powers from some serum that he thought was a drug. And now he has to like save the world because he's the only person that can with the powers that are part of it. But the only way he can access those powers is by thinking good things. Like he has to have a noble intention.
Oh, well, that's interesting. I didn't expect that.
Yeah. So he's starting to like, I feel like each issue he's going to be a little bit better of a person, but still wanting his drugs and all that kind of stuff. But like he was thinking noble thoughts in one of the issues, but he did something really bad. So it's kind of, it's interesting. It's a definite twist on like spy kind of storyline, but.
And what issue is this? I can't even tell.
3.
So it's still new.
5.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah.
So I've seen that book around, or those books around a little bit, and like they're pretty wild covers.
Yeah.
There's a great Star Wars homage on the first one, on the variant.
Mm-hmm. They've done a lot of good movie homages.
Yeah, a lot of pop culture stuff.
Yeah. So I think the comment here about 1 and 2 were okay, not amazing, was Post Americana. That was my. I don't like that one, anyways.
Yeah.
Spawn. Everybody's on the Spawn hype, right? We got 3 different covers here. This is the cover A. That's pretty cool. I don't know what's going on with the story right now, but She Spawn, Gunslinger Spawn, Medieval Spawn, and the Reaper. So it's a part 2 of this chain gang story, and they have a new team. So I don't know if the new team started in 314 or not. 315 though has them at least continuing. So maybe we got a cameo / first appearance kind of thing.
I wonder if there's ever been another book that is consistently as good a covers as Spawn has been for 315-ish. I mean, it's amazing.
All the covers are crazy good. And even like we looking at cover A was awesome. Cover B, this is crazy good too. And it's McFarlane. It's McFarlane doing the art on that one. And then cover C, like there's not a bad cover here.
Yeah.
I don't know. Are they doing any ratios on this one? They did like some 1 in 10 recently, I thought.
A lot of times they do a 1 in 5. That's almost like a hidden thing that they don't even tell you. They just send it to you.
Right. So if there is one for this, we don't know yet.
Yeah.
What's up, Swing With Me? Where's Quidditch Spawn? Hey, we gotta get McFarlane on that. Okay, so we're gonna get another new character. There's been a lot of new Spawn characters in the last like 10 issues too. So if you're a fan of Spawn or if you're speculating on Spawn, it's probably worth picking up. Again, I'm not going down that speculation rabbit hole because where is that gonna lead us with Spawn? I don't know. Like, are we ever gonna get us a real Spawn movie, like a good one?
McFarlane's working on it, apparently. I question anything that Todd is given complete control of, though.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know.
As an artist, he's great, but
He's phenomenal.
Yeah. So 2 Moons is a new series from Image. I think this is going to be good. It's an ongoing horror series from the writer John Arcudi, who did Rumble and BPRD, which I don't know what BPRD is. And then artist Dave Stewart. And we got cover art here by Valerio Giangiordano. So I'm going with
John Giordano.
yeah, that's
what you said.
It's like that actor, Giancarlo Esposito.
Oh man,
yeah, you got me interested in this one last night.
It seems like a good, like we're in a different era. We're in Civil War era, right? And we haven't seen any horror stories from that era. And he's a young Pawnee man, not Pawnee like Parks and Rec Pawnee. No one's gonna get that.
I got you.
Fighting for the Union, and then suddenly he's getting, his shamanic roots are, from his heritage. He's getting these horror things happening. So we got ghosts coming up. He's getting crap from the fighting also, I think this is going to be an interesting one to read.
And yeah, Bricks, BPRD is Hellboy. It's the Bureau for Paranormal Research and Development.
Yeah, not that punny. And then cover B is pretty cool too. Zaffino, which didn't he do some Venom covers?
Couldn't tell you.
I think he did some like crazy Venom covers, if it's the same one I'm thinking of. But so I'm gonna get cover A and B. There's a blank cover also, but there's no ratios that I've seen. So it's a new series. It's a cover A, cover B. If you're speculating from that side of things, it's not an investment. You don't have to pay $25, $50, $100, whatever. But from the side of things of it's probably a good story.
There you go. Zavino did the 1 in 50 for Venom 25.
Yeah, I see that. So from the point of view of it's probably a good story, you're going to enjoy. And if it's a great story and it's something interesting that people are going to look at for speculation down the line, it's a low buy-in, right? And then Walking Dead's going crazy with these second print covers for the deluxe 1 through, what is that, 6? 1 through 6. So we've got all the different main characters here that are like half zombie, half regular, which is really cool. And it's David Finch, I think, right?
Yeah, it looks like it.
Finch and McCaig. If you're a Walking Dead fan, this is probably one of those must-gets. I think there's 1 in 25 versions of each of these that are sketch covers, too. I think it's a 1 in 25. So Walking Dead, it's going crazy with variants. We're in the 90s again, guys. It's happening. It's cool. It's cool covers. That's all I can say about it, though. Walking Dead's already done its thing. How much, if you're trying to buy it to speculate, don't do it. It's a waste of money. If you love Walking Dead and you want these covers, yeah.
So they're putting out variant covers like they're putting out spinoff series on the show.
Right?
Crazy. I couldn't keep up after the 3rd season. I was just like, enough.
Those covers would be an awesome display, though, for a Walking Dead fan.
Oh, yeah.
Right. Diehard Walking Dead fans, this is your thing right here. Outside of that, I don't know why you'd get this. I just don't.
Tell us how you feel.
I'm getting burnt out with second prints. I'm gonna get a little hypocritical later. I've got a reprint series that I'm on. This was a good read. Crimson Flower #1. So we got #2 here. It's Matt Kent. If Comics Talk Weekly is still in the chat, I know he is going to be probably reading this. He's a very big. There he is. Yeah. Before the shows end, they're gonna just milk Walking Dead for all they can get. Crimson Flower, though, I liked it. It was very interesting. Surprise. The art is just wild on the inside, though. Like this Matt Lesniewski. I'm getting all the names I can't pronounce today. But like this cover art is his art style, and that's what the interior looks like too. They're pulling I forget what the folklore exactly is from, but into this like more modern version. Phil probably can tell us more about what that folklore is. I forget the exact where he pulled it from, but it's pretty cool. And this cover B, though, is crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy good. Patrick Reynolds. But yeah, this girl's hunting down her father's killer, going after what seems like, I think they're government assassins. And so that's probably going to delve into something a little more interesting as to why people were hired to kill her dad. Yeah, it was a good read. One I forgot about until the week after. So, what's up, HOFG? We got the Wookiee in the house.
Yeah, what's up, man?
I would play a clip if I could, but I don't pay for StreamYard, so I can't play clips.
It's apparently Russian folk tales and that sort of thing, Russian mythology.
That sounds about right. Yeah, because I think it's set in Russia. So this just caught my eye just as I'm scrolling. We got some Something's Killing the Children monsters in the background. This is Tales from the Umbrella Academy. You Look Like Death, number 6 of 6. So that series is wrapping up. So for all those Umbrella Academy fans, hopefully you've been reading this. Moving on, IDW doesn't really have anything this week. We got some Usagi Jimbo. We got a Peach Momoko cover for that. And we have got Transformers Back to the Future 3 of 4. Not much else going on. Ignore this DC Comics section because apparently that's wrong. So, oops. Yeah. Wow, we got lots of comments coming in. Hyper's concerned about everybody that was on the show last night and making sure we're all alive here. And of course, you know, his buddy Real Rude 6 is in here too. So moving on to Marvel Comics, Amazing Spider-Man number 60. This is a pretty cool cover. And it's Mark Bagley. I like him drawing Spider-Man. So this will be interesting because Kindred's still around. So we thought we were going to get rid of Kindred, and then, surprise, it's still happening. But now we've got Mr. Negative back into the storyline too, so who knows? And so, like I said, I'm off the Marvel second prints. This is cool. This is a really cool cover. This is how issue 1 ended. Issue 2 ended. This was like the last panel. This is how Black Cat plans on getting Doctor Strange and them out of the situation they're in. But
I could do a whole rant about stealing panels from the interior of the book to make for a cover of a second print. That's just the height of lazy and money grab.
Yeah.
I mean, it's awful.
And it's...
I mean, at least they took good artwork, but I mean, I get what you're saying.
Yeah. Like there are some panels where I say, absolutely, this should be a second print cover. This one, I'm okay with being a second print cover. There are some, though, and I think it's going to be maybe this next one. No, not yet. Black Cat number 3. I've actually been enjoying the Black Cat tie-in to King in Black. It's been a good one. It's one of the few that I'm actually reading. We'll get to. There's another second print. I think that's garbage. Black Panther's on issue number 23, and we've got a Sousa Black History Month cover for this. Sousa's covers have been interesting for the Black History Month series. I like them. Let's see. What else is going on? I honestly, I really enjoyed the last 10, 15 issues of Spider-Man. I thought it's been pretty good. But again, I wanted some closure with the Kindred storyline, and we don't have that. It kind of made us feel like we were getting closure, and then we're like, maybe not. Maybe not. Yeah, the Riri one was fantastic. I think that was last week's FOC. I had to pick that one up. We also have a Tedesco variant for Black Panther. Pretty cool. Looks like Shuri down at the bottom. Not sure who that is. We got Captain Marvel 26. I've fallen off this story again. Like Captain Marvel, I'm back and forth. I like parts of it, and I don't know whatever's been going on with this like future story here. It lost me. I don't know. Nola, have you read any of the Captain Marvel?
I read Thor, Strange Academy, and Bounty Hunters. That's all I read from Marvel.
Fair. I know Travel and Root Beer, you're just kind of popping in and around whatever's catching your attention.
Yeah, I mean, I'm reading mostly backlog stuff now. It's only been here recently that I've been picking up newer stuff. I still haven't dove into that Gwynnum versus Carnage yet, but that's the kind of stuff that I gravitate toward as far as the new stuff goes.
And I just think superhero books have gotten, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I feel you. I mean, the characters that they created for this were pretty interesting. You know, Thor's daughter, Bridget, some other characters, children, you know, like Namor's son.
Yeah.
I don't remember. I think Rhodey's daughter was one of them. Here. I don't remember who she... I don't know. There's a couple people that were children of other characters, and they were interesting. But it's just like, how long are we going to drag out this future story for, right? Like, she was in the middle of doing something in the present time, and we're not getting back to that. So it's bizarre.
Sounds like a George Martin novel.
Yeah, but I do want to address this. Like, honestly, I thought that was interesting. We don't need every issue to be a fight, a battle, action going on every single issue. If that's always happening, then where's the character development? Where's, you know, the development of Peter Parker and his relationship with other characters? Where's the fact that, oh, he's in a battle every issue. We know he's not going to die. We know he's not going to get hurt. The stakes are just not there. So I actually appreciated
long form storytelling too. You know, I'd rather see like a mystery unfold rather than just you're face to face with your villain immediately.
Right. And so Nick Spencer played the long game with Kindred and dragging out who is Kindred, and he's kind of like, he's interacted with this character over here and this one over here, and he's kind of been like toying with Spider-Man. I do think he toyed with him like for too many issues. It was like 40 something issues before we even started to get into the real Kindred story. But I appreciated some of that other story in there where we get some more Peter Parker, Mary Jane relationship development. I kind of appreciated the whole Boomerang thing too. It was interesting. You know, this guy who's been one of his villains suddenly is his roommate, and you know, Peter Parker can't say that. He knows that he's his, you know, his villain, but they kind of become friends, and you know, Boomerang kind of turns around a little bit and does some good things. So I liked it. I don't know. But I do think it did get dragged on too long to get to the Kindred story. So that's the one thing I didn't like about Nick Spencer's run.
Yeah, what would a trade look like of that? That's ridiculous.
You know
what I mean? Like, it'd be like
they're gonna have to collect an omnibus of Nick Spencer. They do 6-issue trades still, but they're gonna have to do that. I mean, somewhat, yeah. I mean, if they're, especially like Captain Marvel, where maybe even that fan base wasn't as wide for the MCU, they're probably trying to make random crazy storylines seem interesting. And these mech strike variants, I'm not on. It's a money grab. It's a toy sales grab. I don't know. How do you guys feel about that?
Well, last week you showed Iron Man, so oh, that's really cool, Caroline. Actually, I did not know about that, and I would not mind reading that.
Yeah, her one shot is kind of it gets into her origin of how she comes about. So I think there's, those type of stories have some merit and some potential value in character development, right? I mean, I think if Donny Cates comes on Spider-Man, it's going to be better than Nick Spencer and what he's done. But everyone's talking about that, but I don't know if it's a rumor or if there actually is some merit behind the fact that everyone, wants him on there. It could just be fan wishes. These are more of those Lupacino Marvel Masterworks covers, which they're cool, but again, not feeling it. This is I'm getting a little, I guess, cynical towards the Marvel stuff.
Yeah, it's kind of broad stroke stuff there, especially with the mech thing.
Yeah, and these Marvel snapshots. I read the Spider-Man one. Like, I don't even think Spider-Man was in it. I think the point though is supposed to be people like affected by things that the hero has done. So it's more about like the real life people, those characters that are in the background, but have been affected by the events that have gone on because the hero did something.
Look, there's a lot of people who think that comic books are kind of pandering to people nowadays and that sort of thing. Read the description of them Marvel snapshots. It is quite possibly the most pandering bit of synopsis.
Hero fights a stirring battle for the safety of the planet. Well, okay, when do they not? A young woman struggles with desperation and despair, trying to cope in the modern world. But that's only the beginning,
right?
Yeah. I see what you're getting at, Noah.
A tale of inspiration within inspiration. Interesting. Okay, yeah. See, that doesn't sound interesting.
Yeah, we're not actually seeing like we're just seeing her like try to live out her. It'd be like watching Clark Kent, like just be Clark Kent.
Oh man.
Although it is an interesting concept, the whole idea of a comic book about people that are affected by heroes rather than the heroes themselves. So
that does sound really cool. I actually really want to get a hold of that. Then I'll have to look.
Yeah.
Into that.
No, it's a really good read.
Yeah, because I'm just now coming into that character because, like I said, I've mostly been just catching up on backlog stuff and everything. But like, I think that sounds pretty good.
Yeah, and it is interesting that the podcast, as the person's listening to it, they become more like on her side. Because at first they start and they're like, she's responsible for like all this stuff, and then like they're listening to her podcast and how she became really punchline, and then they're like, free her, like.
And that's why that's a perfect addition to that universe, because everything in the Batman universe is so gray area. You have, sympathetic villains. You have people that think that Batman could be a villain. You've got, so she fits right into that where it makes sense.
Yeah. So you get that sympathetic audience out there for her. But you also like ask the reader, she did what she did. She purposely did things. But she puts it into this light of, how she first came in contact with the Joker wasn't on purpose. And so from there, it kind of like.
It kind of reminds me of like the fangirls of the BTK killer. Like, like he had like people like writing him like love letters the whole time and all that.
Yeah.
Or the Manson family, same thing.
That too. Oh, that was just that was like in your face. Like he had that group before he was famous though. The BTK guy, like he got it like after.
Yeah. You guys over this?
We talked about this yesterday.
Yeah. I was just making sure they didn't go crazy into a 1 in 25.
And by the way,
are you kidding me? They did. You see the artist?
Peach.
It's Peach. Come on, man.
And as far as the A cover goes, I refer you to my earlier rant about just stealing a panel from the inside of the book and making it a cover.
Yeah, and then
just because you hide it in black and white doesn't mean you didn't do it.
Right. Well, yeah. Second print was the stolen panel. Third print's the black and white of the stolen panel. This will be new art. And who's going to order 25 copies of this third print?
Well, you said it a little while ago. It's the 90s, dude. Marvel learned nothing, or whatever they learned, they forgot, and they're just way overprinting.
That right there.
Dead on. Dead on.
And like that's something that if I see the art, that might actually, pull my attention, right? It's Peach. If she does some great stuff, she does some terrible stuff. If I saw the art, I might say, yeah. I don't have a clue what the art looks like. I'm gonna pass.
I will say, in regards to Daredevil 25 getting all these printings and covers and that kind of thing, hopefully it brings some attention to that series, because that series is phenomenal.
Oh, absolutely.
It's one of the great underrated runs going right now. Nice.
Do you have one queued up to rip apart?
We should just start a whole channel about like anti-previews and multiple printings and
right. Yeah. No, actually, Peach's first art. There's some magazine that has it in it, and then there's like Heavy Metal also has the Heavy Metal magazine has it in it, but there's some other magazine that has her art in it. That's like the first. I don't remember what the first comic is though. It's like comic specific, non-magazine. Yeah, Bricks is listening for that rip. Phil, you have a video queued up to release today, though, right? If I remember correctly. So we got a preview rip coming tonight, or this evening, or whenever that is. Depending on what time zone you're in, it's this afternoon, this evening, or tonight. Okay, at least there's not another ratio. Because if they did that, then Marvel's just lost their minds. Also, does anybody pick up the handbooks? Why do they keep making these? I'm kind of going on my own little rant. The art's kind of cool, but who reads handbooks? I accidentally got one time. I didn't realize it was a handbook. It's kind of mad. King and Black.
And by the way, if your story has gotten so convoluted that you need handbooks, you're doing it wrong.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Namor 4 of 5. Nah. I flipped through issue 1. It didn't look good. And a lot of these tie-ins don't tie in very well. So why read a tie-in that's not applicable to the main story? Like the Union. It wasn't even meant to be for this event. It was meant to be for the Empire event. So that's yeah. And here's our stolen art. That it's crazy that they did this. It's like that doesn't look good.
Sparks freeze up on us.
We're now running the Spark show.
Yes.
To go off what he was saying until we get him back, though, I'm really into the Zatanna thing right now, like I was telling you, Nola, and I'm starting to get into the Justice League Dark stuff. And this recent thing they did with the Wonder Woman storyline, I got the trade for that coming, and I was warned that like it splits into like 2 different stories, to where like halfway through the trade of Justice League Dark 1, you have to stop and pick up the Wonder Woman Witching Hour book, read that, and then finish the Justice League Dark trade. Because they decided to release components to the same story.
Right.
I get an event being across, like I get that, but that's pretty wild that you actually have to stop and start,
Look, I got no problem with spreading a story out. If you got, like Wonder Woman's a member of the Dark, Justice League Dark, obviously that story should impact whatever's going on in her solo title. But if you're going to do a trade, make sure that trade has the story you're trying to tell in it.
Yeah, I don't understand that. But even when it was coming out, like I don't understand why they would want a crucial component to be in random volume 3 of Wonder Woman that you can't make sense of Justice League 5. You know what I mean? Like without reading it, Sparks is back.
I'm back.
Damn it! Look at Hyper talking sensibly while I'm just trying to be an old curmudgeon.
Still just like, But I mean, I get I get the point of them, but I don't understand. Like you said, if it's so convoluted that we need a handbook, Okay, so the Black Cat versus Alien cover was probably one of her best pieces of work. Sorry. That was it didn't look like Peach's normal stuff. I love it. And what's going on, Whodat? But yeah, back to this copy paste mess, sideways crooked tilted mess. I don't know. I don't know what they're doing. We already had a first cover appearance of Plague anyways. He was on the ratio, or actually even the cover B, I think, of issue 1. So if you're the type of person who's buying to speculate, there's no point. We already had the first cover. Same with Valkyries. We already had the first cover. There was a design variant. This is copy pasted from the inside.
Is Marvel the only one really doing that with this copy paste to the covers thing? Because that's ridiculous.
I don't think DC's ever done that. They do those. They do some bizarre second prints sometimes. Or usually DC does like it's the same cover, but it's a slightly different color. Like the punchline stuff, right?
It's a money grab for books that sold better than they thought, and they didn't have a second print lined up, and they want to rush one out.
Yeah. What's up? No good. Yeah. All strands. Yeah, so that's Return of the Valkyrie. I mean, I read Return of the Valkyries, thought it was good. It's pretty cool. I'm interested to see what happens to Sentry's soul, and as they try to get him to Valhalla. But I think Sentry's coming back. I don't think he's dead. I don't see that they can actually fully kill him off. Every time they do, he comes back. So that's what this story is talking about. And it's Jane Foster as Valkyrie trying to guide him, and then we got this new Valkyrie, which is supposed to look like the Tessa Thompson Valkyrie from the MCU. Then we got issue 3 of 4 on the thing here today, and a Sousa Black History Month variant of the new Valkyrie here. Which that's a cool cover. Like, I'll admit it, I like these covers that Sousa's doing. But I can't go down, like every tie-in has 4 or 5 covers. Not many of the tie-ins are really applicable to the main story of the event, so why go after those, right? Yeah, they have those design variants for the future dates for second prints. So right, they don't want to pay a new artist to do a cover. It might be setting up a new Sentry series. It'll be interesting. We got Maestro War and Pax number 2 of 5. So we just had a Maestro miniseries. Now we got another Maestro miniseries. But this follows directly after the last Maestro miniseries. And then Magnificent Miss Marvel number 18. This is issue 75 of Miss Marvel. I guess in the legacy numbering. So this is actually the last issue of this run for Miss Marvel. So after this, no more Miss Marvel until they reboot. They'll probably hold off on her for a little bit, and as we get closer to like the Disney Plus series, they'll bring her back. Or we'll see another Champions team, or we'll see something in between. But I think they're done with her for a little bit. It looks like. Yeah, I like the first issue. We got some love for Maestro in the chat. Now we got the Marvel's Voices Legacy #1. So we had the Marvel Voices Legacy, I think, for the Native American history, right? There were some really good covers on that. So we got some good ones here. Cover A's are not
Danny, are you seeing his screen?
No, I've got totally blank. That's why I was actually just getting ready to ask him too.
Yeah, you lost your screen share somewhere.
Yeah.
Really?
There you go.
I see it.
Yeah, we didn't see that last Miss Marvel you were talking about either.
Oh.
We were waiting for it to come up, and then you started talking about something else.
Weird. Okay. Sorry about that.
It's all right.
Yeah, we get another Champions. Yeah, they're gonna once they wrap up the Outlawed story, they can create a whole new environment for the Champions, that kind of thing. Yeah, okay. I don't know what was going on. But this is who did this? Torrin Clark did the cover A. It's all right. It's good. I think the variants are better though. I like this one the most. Bustos, not Natasha Bustos, one of the Stormbreaker artists, did this cover. So we've got 2 magic users and Cloak, but this is interesting because this is her first time outside of Strange Academy in a book, or at least on the cover.
Well, you were saying last night, and I think you're right. That's the first time any Strange Academy character has popped up outside of Strange Academy, right?
Yeah. So that's why I want that cover, because that's pretty cool. I'm all in on Strange Academy, so I'm gonna stick with those characters, right? This is cool. This is probably my second favorite of them. The Quipple variant. I never can say his name right.
Olivier Coipel.
Quipel. Yeah, so we got Miles. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, the Storm, if you're a Storm fan, that's probably the best cover right there. We've got Shuri on the cover here, I believe. So that's a Edge variant. I don't know who Edge is, but that's the name that's given.
It's the guitarist from U2.
This is pretty cool. This is Ken Lashley. We got Black Panther, Miles, Storm, War Machine. Nice action shot. And Spectrum here for the Sousa variant. So again, Black History Month Sousa variant set.
By the way, something happened. If you tried to show the Miles cover, it never showed. So if you want to show it.
Man, what is it doing? Is that showing?
Nope.
No. It's been wigging out ever since you took your drink of that orange thing.
I think Spine Ticks broke StreamYard. There it is.
It broke all of StreamYard.
I'm just gonna try resharing. Is that showing?
Yep.
Yeah.
Weird. All right. So that's the Miles one. But all the other ones showed?
Yep.
Weird.
Yep.
It did not like this one. I like it. StreamYard didn't, though.
Everyone seems to like this one.
What's going on? What's going on? All right. Is this showing?
Yep.
Okay. We got New Mutants #16. Azores Tiger had that pick. I actually like this cover. I haven't been reading the story, but you see magic there. You see the rest, kind of rest of the New Mutants in the shadows here. So I thought it was pretty cool that the way they use the negative space kind of thing. It's Christian Ward that did that cover. That's why I like it. No art yet on this, but Dr. Aphra #7, second print. We know that was a hot cover for the 1 in 25. That was Jenny Frison, of course. But then regular cover flew off the shelves too because we had a first appearance. So I don't know what the cover is going to be. If it's another, I have a feeling because we don't have the cover art, it's not going to be a panel grab from the inside.
Yeah, I would imagine.
But you never know. You never know with Marvel. It's saying Sway's the artist. I don't think Sway did the cover art for the regular cover, but I could be wrong. And we've got.
Well, it's not an interior panel because the interior artist was young.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, Marvel's pulling a DC here and recoloring on this second print. That's all I gotta say there. This has been an interesting read. It's not been like a great read, but been interesting. We get Symbiote Spider-Man. We get Rocket Raccoon. We get King. We've got Spectrum. We've got the Black Knight. Like, what a weird combination of people. And they're fighting Mr. E. And now we've got Ulik, who isn't he from like early Thor stuff? So such a weird combination on this one.
You and me both, brother.
Yeah. So let's do a Google then. Dr. Aphra 7-second print.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, it looks kind of good, actually. If it wants to load.
Yeah, I think your internet is struggling this morning.
It was struggling yesterday. I don't know what's going on.
Go feed the hamsters.
I think I need to. There we go. Oh, yeah, that's pretty cool. All right.
Is that the first appearance character that she's on the cover with?
I believe so. Well, she's on the cover on issues the main cover.
Is she, like I said, not a Star Wars.
They're back to back. Hold on, I might have that actually.
I'm a really big Star Wars fan, and I find it very hard to get into these Marvel comics with them.
Yeah, I don't know. It's too much to dig into for me.
Yeah.
You know, we talked about this yesterday too. It's just, you know, we all use the metaphor of a rabbit hole, and it's just not one I'm willing to go down.
You'd rather create your own rabbit hole in our RPG Star Wars. That's our headcanon.
That's right. Dude, don't laugh. If this goes long enough, I'll start writing the story.
I don't know where I put it. I thought I had it sitting here. I might have put it away already. Yeah.
I have to say, those first two sessions we've done, they do feel very much like Star Wars. Like, they feel very OG trilogy Star Wars.
Oh, look who it is.
Oh, it's our guy.
He's back.
Oh, awesome. And we're all here together.
What's up, Copy? Long time no see. Oh, man. Yeah, it's such a random cast in Symbiote Spider-Man. Man, I still haven't read Doomsday Clock.
I tried to get Sparks hooked on Doomsday yesterday, and he would not buy them. He wouldn't do it.
We did come across some, and I didn't buy them.
I got 9.8 slabs of every Doom Clock in the mail right now.
Hyper, Hyper, why would you ban him? Come on, man, we're having fun. Let him back.
Dang,
Unban.
Man.
Do I need to take your wrench away?
Yeah. Too many wrench privileges being abused.
Hyper's giddy with power.
This was the one I was talking about earlier. It's a tie-in, supposedly. Or maybe it's not anymore, honestly. It doesn't have the King in Black logo anymore. Issue 1 was a tie-in. I don't remember if issue 2 had the logo or not. Man, Hyper, unban him. Let him back. I don't know if that's a thing you can do, but do it.
Yeah, I think he's got to go into some. Well, actually, no, I don't know how that works.
He probably just put him on a timeout. It's
No,
like
you can ban someone.
Yeah.
I could put him in timeout from here, but
Bring him back.
let me put Hyper in timeout.
Yeah, Hyper put him in timeout for 300.
Oh, okay, all right. Oof,
He'll be back
I
in
thought you banned him
300
from the
seconds.
channel. It's like, man, I enjoy this conversation that we have. We've got a bond, you know.
He's
US
using that reverse
agent.
psychology to get us to buy Doom Clock.
I honestly think he's trying to get us to buy it. US Agent 3 of 5, cool covers. I heard the story wasn't 100% that great, but I think I think they did this just to bring awareness of the character before he pops up in Falcon and Winter Soldier. That's all I think this series is. Then we've got Wolverine 10. Azores Tiger, of course, picked this because he loves it all that X-Men stuff. But we got Maverick with Wolverine. They're trying to get out of the Legacy House, which had its first appearance in issue 9. And there's a great cover here. It's pretty dope. And then X-Men 18. We get X-23, Darwin, and again, I still don't know who the other character is, but they copy other people's abilities coming out of the Time Vault or whatever that they've been locked in, trying to do whatever they're doing.
I might actually pick up X-Men again just to see what they're going to do with that story.
That's a good cover right there.
I mean, honestly, if I pick up anything, I'd pick up this one because I think that's a cool X-23 cover. But that's my personal choice there. Oh, sweet. Only I have the power.
Masters of the Universe. I have the power.
Yeah, I agree. Thumbs down for US Agent. Let's see.
What's up, After Wizard?
Storm cover here. Again, Sousa Black History Month cover, but it's probably one of the better ones too. What's up, Astro Wizard? X-Men has been good. Yeah, that's what I hear. I dropped it after, I think, issue 12, something like that. And then I dropped Marauders around that time, and then X of Swords happened, and I haven't touched an X-Men book since. Which is fine for me because that's one of those rabbit holes, right? We got the whole Hickman universe essentially of X books that I think he's coordinating all the stories. And he's writing, the main X-Men title, but he's coordinating all that so the stories can somewhat interact. And if I bought one of them, I'd want to read all of them so I knew what was happening, in the different ones. So that's why I stepped out of that.
Well, I will say, for those that do speculate and care about the movies and stuff, let's not forget it's Hickman's run that made the Avengers movies.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. I mean, House of X, Powers of X is probably a good point to, because they could start with something like that. They're in this other world or something, and they gets pulled in, and they've got Krakoa. They could start with Krakoa, isolated from the rest of the world.
Yep.
Why not? Yeah. So we got Gary B's section here, Dynamite, right? We got his Red Sonja here. I never find anything else in here. Is there any? I think the Boys is in here too sometimes. I don't see them. We got some Game of Thrones stuff going on here too. James Bond hardcover. It's usually a scroll through section for me.
A lot of Red Sonja.
Yeah. It's like there's always like 20 covers for like the Vampirella and Red Sonja stuff. It's like
Go back up one more. Right there, the one on
the Lee one.
Yeah, it's Jay. I knew it had to be somebody I liked. I could tell.
Yeah, Jay Lee.
Yep. Very good. Thank you.
Yep. Of course, we got Berserker #1 from Boom Studios. So, if you guys don't know, this is Keanu Reeves' book, co-written by Matt Kint, who we talked about earlier for that Crimson Flower book. And I don't know, this seems pretty interesting. Half god, half mortal, cursed and compelled to violence. He's fighting the battles too violent and too dangerous for anyone else. And in exchange, he's hoping to learn the truth about why he is how he is and how he can end it. So it's pretty cool sounding story. It's Keanu Reeves on a book, so that's kind of interesting too.
Yeah.
And of course, it's probably going to be turned into a movie starring Keanu Reeves. Like,
he looks like an A-wing pilot from Star Wars. There. Does that not
say it again?
He looks like an A-wing pilot from Star Wars, like that.
Yeah. Yeah, I see that.
Quite see what's going on there. Yeah.
It's got kind of an old guard vibe to it.
Yeah, it does. And the whole like immortalish kind of thing, you know.
Yeah.
And not understanding why you are the way you are. I like it. We've got a cover A by Grandpa, apparently is his name. We've got a cover B by Brooks, and then we have a foil version of cover A and a foil version of cover B and a blank version. And then we've got like 1 in 10, 25, 50, 100, 200, all the way to 1,000. And for those of you guys that don't know, Aegis Comics of Alaska is doing raffle-ish kind of thing, where if you buy a copy of Berserker #1 from their website, you get an entry into winning the 1 in 1,000 cover, which will be signed by Keanu Reeves. If you buy a ratio cover, you get 2 entries. So if that's something you're interested in, go to Aegis Comics of Alaska. I think it's aegiscomicsofalaska.com or something like that. Yep. Search Berserker on their website, buy some copies, and that's automatically entered. They're giving back to the community on this one. They could be making $2,000 on this book. Instead, they're giving it away. So I think that's pretty cool. So let's support them in their desire to help the community with getting a chance at getting this book. Because who's going to drop $2,000 on a book? Like,
I was going to say 2 things. 1, go check what that's already pre-selling for on eBay. And 2, talking to Lou last night, so far they've only sold about 400 copies. That's not bad odds for a shot at that kind of book.
You know what? We'll bring it up. Actually, I might already have it up. Hold on.
So yeah, go out and buy one of each cover A and get 4 or 5 shots at $2,000 to $3,000 book.
Is that showing up?
Yep.
Sweet. So this is their website here. They've got this one's awesome.
Yeah, that one in 200 is great.
I can't justify a $200 price tag when I'm looking for an ASM 50 and an ASM 129 though. But that's Dan Mora, who's the artist of Once and Future.
Maybe if they gave you 100 entries into the
then yeah, but that gets me 2 entries versus this 1 in 100 would get you 2 entries. This 1 in 25 would get you 2 entries. There's a lot of repeat covers, like virgin versions, foil versions. So I not the biggest fan of the fact that they did that for this when they could have done so many cool covers. We got a 1 in 10 red blank sketch cover. But there's a lot of cool cool things going on with this. So go check out Aegis Comics of Alaska if you're looking for this book and want a chance at the 1 in 1,000. You might as well, right? So that's what they, just to answer Izarest Tiger's question. That's what they've got for the covers. Looks like they've got all of them still. So if you're looking,
and a little more love for those guys. They're also doing a $300 mystery box right now. So limited to 20.
There we go. I didn't even know that.
Every box comes with a slab and a variety of raw books. So
the Dynamite story, I think that ended. Right? The Sonia Vampirella, somebody else story. I think that ended.
Yeah, I know the big crossover Dynamite story where they brought in like all of their characters. That one ended. Every now and then they still do like the Vampirella Red Sonia team up kind of thing. I don't know if there's an ongoing series or not, though.
Not sure. So this is where I become a little hypocritical. So we only find them when they're dead. Number 1, 5th print. Number 2, 4th print. Number 3, 3rd print. Number 4, 3rd print. Number 5, 2nd print. So the art's not on here. Let me see if I can find it actually. Reprint
space
cover series. Let's see.
Final Frontier.
Probably not finding it. The art's released. I know. Let's do this. I know who. Someone posted it on Instagram. Railroad 6 said not Dynamite, just the one with the 2 of them. What's it? 8. That guy. No, not what I was looking for. Apparently, Clayton Crane is that guy's photo, though. I don't remember if he posted it to a story or if it was on here. I don't know where he got the art from either. Must have been a story because it's not here anymore. That's sports cards. So these covers, by the way, these covers are going to be awesome. Women's History variants by Jen Bartel.
Yeah, those are spectacular.
Like, not on FOC this week, but will be in a future week. And I would just put those orders in right now. They're available.
Those are great.
Like, I'm all in on the silk one for sure. Like, this is great, but I don't have a connection to like reading these characters, but they're all phenomenal. I know you want that one right there.
Right?
The number of times you looked at the Emma Frost statues yesterday.
Well, see, but now I know I can just go there and buy books, and eventually I'll just get a statue because they give me money. So,
right? That's what I say. Number 1, 6th print. Nope, 5th print. Just kidding. Let's see if I can find this.
Yeah, Bricks, I agree. Silk and Emma are the 2 stunners in that bunch, but they all look good.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Here we go. All right. So this is interior reused art, I'm pretty sure. But I just love the series. And we get each of them on a cover here. You can see behind me, I've got we only find them when they're dead display. So for me, this is absolutely, this would go up on the wall kind of thing.
Here you go, Nola. You like Emma Frost?
Highlight that guy.
Emma Frost, Jean Grey.
Yeah,
Nice.
there's a few different versions of that. There's another one that has Jean Grey as Jean Grey, and then Black Widow. Those are great covers.
I got that in a Spider-Man booth box.
Huh.
Yeah, it sounds about right.
So that's what these covers look like. I'm doing it. I skipped it when they did it for 7 Secrets, but I'm more in on we only find them when they're dead. So.
Wow, is that an Art Germ Blade Runner? Huh.
Lewis knows a guy who can make you a statue. Art Germ.
Lewis, I have plans for you, my friend.
Art Germ on Blade Runner, yeah. We got Blade Runner Origins #1. So we got Art Germ, we've got Momoko, we've got some other people. Dagnino, Hack, and Kowalski all did covers. And then there's a Momoko FOC cover, which is the sketch version.
Wow, that Hack cover looks good.
Yeah, it's a pretty cool retro vibe, right?
Yeah.
Let's see what else we got in here. Trade paperback. We got Bloodshot ongoing. Heard this one's been good. Engine Ward from Vault.
Yeah, I don't know.
Cover A and cover B. It's like each of the like zodiacs or something's on each cover A, and it like wraps around.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, so I'm thinking it's gonna be 12 issues because of that. It'll wrap up there. Firefly 26. There's an unlockable variant.
I just want to know how Firefly keeps getting away with making ratio variants and that sort of thing. Who is ordering 25 of any issue of Firefly?
I mean, I don't know. You know, there's a solid base for that, but I don't know if they're reading comics or not.
Did you see? I was about to say, did you see All Trans comment?
Oh, that's great. That's great. If you guys watched my review of this one, you know I didn't like it. It has potential to be really good, and I think it might be by the end, but issue 1 was just, for me, was no.
Wait, the first line of that synopsis sounds like last night's Spine Take show.
Science fiction horror series about social media, big tech.
Sorry. Next one down.
Oh. As the world reels from the most depraved live stream ever put online. Okay, fair.
I liked it better when it was a science fiction horror series about social media.
Oh man! And so this right now is us reeling from that live stream, right? But no, I think by the end, if I read like the trade paperback for it, I might like it. Just issue 1 had a lot of issues, and especially printing issues, blurry pages that shouldn't have happened. Kaiju Score #4. I finally picked up issue 2 and 3, so now I'm gonna read 1 through 3. There's more story, more art, and more kaiju in this one. In case you were concerned that there'd be less story, less art, and less kaiju.
Dang. That's a hell of a way to advertise it.
With that sort of a mission statement, I think they got this whole comic game knocked.
I also like how they're like, hey guys, this is the final chapter in the first story arc of this exciting franchise being developed as a film by Sony Pictures. Buy this because we're making a film.
It's like watching a YouTube auction in the preview section now.
Oh my
God. Buy
god.
this book. It's going to be a movie.
Yeah, but I think they also have like ads inside of it too, or something like that are set in that world. Someone steal that synopsis. I thought it was off the bat. Like maybe it wasn't fully set, but it was optioned, but it wasn't being developed. Because I thought when the first issue came out, it was hot because it was optioned, but now it's in development, I guess.
So, before you disappear off of all that stuff, credit to a lot of people are jumping on the Merca and Dolfo bandwagon. Unsacred may not be your kind of thing. Merca does a lot of sort of erotic, sort of semi-erotic stuff. But yeah, she's getting a lot of publicity right now. It's kind of like maybe the next Peach Momoko sort of up-and-coming artist. So keep an eye out for her stuff.
And she has a wide variety of styles.
For reals.
Because she did that Something's Killing the Children cover and that, what was it, Harley and Ivy in front of the Christmas tree?
Yep.
Like.
Oh, is that Batman Adventure Continues?
Yeah. Yeah,
I
that was
wouldn't mind getting that because the episode that's based off of is awesome.
This is a new one from Aftershock, Nuclear Family #1. This was one that Comics Talk Weekly picked for last night. We got 1957, Korean War veteran. Honestly, don't know. I wasn't going to pick it up, but it's based on Philip K. Dick's short story Breakfast at Twilight. So those of you that are fans of his work as a author, but Cold War era science fiction at its most timely and terrifying. So yeah, might be a good read. If you like Cold War and nuclear stuff, that was a very good sell on that one. I feel like nailed it.
Cold War and nuclear stuff.
But I'm not trying to sell anyone on any book. I'm just providing information of what's available. And I'm never going to push a book because I enjoy it. I might get more excited about it and you might like it more because I'm excited to talk about it. But I'm just trying to provide information.
I know. So what you're actually doing is you're selling all of these for spec for this website.
Everyone's like, oh, Sparks is talking about it. It's spec worthy.
You're just
I'm just going through the entire previews catalog. It's all spec worthy.
Yeah.
You making some pancakes to flip?
Speculating on pancakes.
Flipping them pancakes. It's 2:48 here. It's 12:48 there, and he wasn't with us till 5 a.m. whatever time. So I don't know why he's just getting breakfast or brunch.
Yeah, kudos to Azores for getting out early last night.
Right?
Well done, my friend.
So did Al, and
Al wasn't feeling well. He knew it was coming. Yeah, they both conveniently skipped out before Debucha can ask them any questions. I should have done that.
Yeah, you got told how bad at dodgeball you were.
Dodgeball?
Remember we said the thing about like the best Quidditch player would be the first person out in dodgeball? And I'm like,
oh, well,
assuming Sparks is the best, or assuming Sparks isn't the best, then like, like where does he stand in that?
Oh man, Something's Killing the Children 15. We are ending the first full story arc kind of thing. We got the Order of St. George needing a scapegoat, and Erica's actions will determine what is to become of Archer's Peak in the House of Slaughter. So there'll be like a 2-month break because this will be in shops February. So maybe a 2 to 3 month break before the issue 16 comes out.
So question about those. There's a trade of the first part of the story, right?
There's a trade for volume 1 and 2. And then there'll be probably, once this comes out, we'll see probably maybe the next week or the week after we'll get a trade for volume 3.
Okay, cool. Because that's going to have to be the way I get into that. And I out of all the indie stuff, that and the Space Bastards are the two most interesting I've seen out of you.
Yeah, and I found out Space Bastards has a Kickstarter going on. So apparently, originally, Space Bastards started from a Kickstarter. They released Volume 1 through that Kickstarter, and then now they're releasing individual issues to comic shops. So there is a Volume 1 like hardcover out there somewhere. They're doing a Kickstarter, and it'll be, you could get Volume 1 and Volume 2 if you wanted through the Kickstarter. So Volume 2 will be happening. So I guess when this volume wraps up, we'll expect a break and then a Volume 2 later on.
I know both of you guys are really into this Something's Killing the Child. I haven't heard anyone who's read any of it say a bad thing. So
there's nothing bad to say about it. I've tried to find something.
I flipped back through it. I was like, what's bad?
I can't say anything bad about it. It's not perfect, obviously, but there's no obvious flaws. I guess. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say the thing with it is there's nothing super original about it. I mean, it's just kind of 80s horror, you know. It's kind of like a Stephen King story. So if you're gonna knock it, maybe that's where you knock it, because it's really just kind of derivative of a bunch of stories we've seen before.
See, and that's
it is told so ridiculously well, and the art is perfect. Yeah, it's great.
Sparks, when you were on my channel, that's what I was saying about that Trick or Treat movie, man. It's like 80s horror anthology, and it's like if you like that, then you'd probably, based on what Nola's saying, you'd probably really like Trick or Treat, since you like Something's Killing Children.
Yeah.
God, that cover is so good.
Michael Dialynis just killed this cover.
Yeah.
He's the author on, or not the author, the artist on Wind with James Tynion. So they got him over here to do a cover for Something's Killing the Children. That's beautiful. Like, yeah. I mean, so I'll say the only thing I can say that about Something's Killing Children that I don't like is when I read it, I'm like done in like 2 minutes. There's not a lot of dialogue usually.
I don't know, man. I like quick reads, man. Like, I got books stacked over here that like I'm holding off on because I don't want to be too enveloped.
Yeah. I mean, I like kind of that middle of the road, you know. You get some dialogue, you get a lot of stuff to look at with what's going on in the book, but this is more on the very light side of dialogue. And then there's a book like Department of Truth, which is heavy on the dialogue. So I kind of like the middle in there, but I still love the story so much, and you know what's going on. Sometimes I need words to really.
It sounds like it's a good book for a trade, actually.
It is. Yeah. The trade is a great way to read this. If I were you, well, I mean, yeah, 15 will be out in a month. Wait and get all 3 of them, and just read the whole story from
maybe
beginning.
They'll package them together or something.
They might. I can imagine them doing like a hardcover, like first. I don't know what they'd call it. Not volume, but
look, this series is so ridiculous. And look, for speculators and whatever, you know, spec on whatever you want to spec. This series is completely blowing up financially without any real spec on it. That's how good this story is.
Yeah.
You can't find an issue under 9 or under 5 at this point for under $100. I mean, nothing's done that since The Walking Dead.
Yeah,
I mean, it's that kind of following that this series has already stirred up. And yeah, it's boomed. So there's an automatic Netflix right of first refusal. So, you know, everybody's assuming there's going to be that story, but it's really a phenomenal thing that this thing is doing. There's even a rare low printed trade paperback that people are selling for $100. It's crazy. Crazy.
Yeah. It's wild. It's so good though. It's deserved.
And as Sparks and I will both attest, don't start buying issues. You will run out of money in a hurry.
Oh shit.
That is a rabbit hole.
So trade only on that one then. Check.
Yeah, I mean to get a copy of issue 1, the cheapest you could do is getting either the Frizen or the Jay Lee cover. It's going to be minimum $50-$60 for issue 1. If you want cover A, it's going to be like minimum $150, maybe $200 for a raw copy. Which to me that then means that the Jay Lee and the Frizen ones are undervalued. Or
I think the Jay Lee in particular, I think in the long run that one's really going to jump up.
Oh, I just knocked everything over. They're all in top loaders though. Yeah, this one's beautiful.
Exactly, Caroline. Under issue 9, don't even bother. Just buy a trade.
Yeah. This is why I use top loaders, especially for all that. Yeah. Issue 1 and then 8 through 12. Yeah. Get the trades. Let's see what else we got. Not sure. I always see this and I think it's what's that other one? It's the Scout Comics one. Phantom.
Okay, yeah, Phantom Star Killer. That's what that cover makes me think of.
Yeah, I see it on the shelf and I'm like, is this Phantom Star Killer? And it's not. It's Space Riders. It's from Black Mask, which they haven't been doing a whole lot recently. Sympathy for No Devils. This is the Aftershock book. Issue 5. Since it's from Aftershock, I have to assume that's probably the end of the story. Doesn't say that, but they tend to do 5-issue, 6-issue stories. And that is all. We got some books, but there's never anything in there.
Not much from AWA this week. That's too bad.
Yeah, nothing from AWA. IDW was light. The biggest is, we've got Boom and Marvel's always a big one.
Yeah, Boom and Image. Image has got a bunch this week.
Image, yeah. Image, actually, Image might have more than Marvel this week. Which is good. Good for Image. It's good to see a publisher besides Marvel and DC kind of getting a little bit more of the market share there. What did Professor say? Okay, there you go.
There you go.
If you're able to check out books digitally from your library, that's the way to do it.
And excellent PSA. Don't forget about libraries, folks.
Yeah. And there's some apps that connect you with your library if you already have a library card, and you can read digitally through that app.
Yep.
You lend it from them. So, professors out here dropping the knowledge. Radiant Black was on last week, I believe. I talked about it on the FOC show that it was on. It was either last week or the week before. So that cutoff's already passed, which means if you hadn't put in an order, make sure you tell your LCS you want it as soon as possible, because that one seems like one that's going to get hot and people will buy it off the shelf and leave no copies. So looks like an interesting story. What do you guys got going on?
I'm pretty sure I'm just going back to bed after this.
You're going to bed? I got a shovel of snow. We got 8 inches of snow yesterday and today.
Dang.
And I'm sitting here with my doors open and my windows open.
I don't have much to shovel, just the sidewalk that goes around my house so my upstairs tenant doesn't fall.
Yeah, it's like 70s here, I think.
Yeah, it's beautiful here today. Man.
I haven't been outside, but it's I'm on the 3rd floor, so it's
So you have more awareness of what outside is like?
No, it just means that I haven't gone outside because I got up, just not moving around. I don't have a dog to take out, and walking downstairs.
Stairs are hard.
This morning, yes, stairs are hard. Words are hard, stairs are hard.
Right?
I don't know. We got next Friday we're gonna do more Star Wars RPG on Travel and Root Beer's channel. I don't know what else we got.
Caroline, we're looking forward to the day you finally get some time to come join us doing that, by the way.
Yeah. What's the word on that, Caroline, if you're still around? Because last I heard you were, and then Spark said you might not. It's open.
And then I don't know what I've got going on my channel coming up. Might do some more reviews.
Hopefully you'll get to open this.
I will open that at some point. I was gonna do like a what did I pick up in the weekend thing, but I don't. If I get time to do that, I'll do that. 'Cause I didn't show off everything I picked up.
Oh God!
I know, right? I had mail calls and stuff that we picked up from being around.
Okay, so you're out this Friday. That's cool because Al was coming back and Harold Fat Guy should be back. So we were gonna have a pretty full house anyway. So we'll see who gets wrote out or dies or whatever possibly, and then.
By the way, did we heal when we got on when we start next time? Because
since we're making this very episodic, you guys will heal every time you make it back to J Spark Citron's home planet.
Okay, so that's where we flew to then, right?
Yeah.
So we didn't fly straight to the spice.
Okay, so that place is like the equivalent of like your Yavin 4, basically. Like it's like a hidden base that no one else really knows about, and
okay, cool. I wasn't sure if we were flying directly to the spice ship or if we were flying back to home base.
No.
And I was the one putting in the coordinates, so
we could make that a theme for the next one of the spice. Especially since Caroline's not gonna be here. Caroline, I'll get with you on Instagram and we'll talk about a good way I thought of bringing you in there. If you're for sure going to do the next weekend, then we'll do it.
But yeah, I don't know.
I got nothing else. Whenever you cut, I'm going to cut and I'm going to go shovel snow real quick.
Sounds good. I guess we'll call it here. Phil just dropped his video on his channel because he wasn't going to go live today, so he dropped a video. So his link is down below in the description, and it says up next. It's Comics Talk Weekly. So go over there, watch his video before Power Pack starts at 5:15 Eastern time, and their link is down below. And then East Meets West link is down below. They're after them. And then Team Nerd Herd and Newbies have a show tonight, I think, also, and their links are down below. So if you aren't subbed up to any of those channels, go do that.
And I think that Ultramax does his at the end of the day, I think.
Ultra Maximus, yeah, he's pretty late.
Yeah,
I don't have his link in my description, but he's also on pretty late. Usually it's like Team Nerd Herd starts and then Newbies starts, or maybe vice versa. There's a little bit of overlap of their shows, and then Ultra comes in, I think overlaps Newbies. So that's why I moved out of the Sunday night.
I was going to say, anyway, Sunday is comic book day on YouTube, so
yeah,
find something good to watch.
All right. Yeah.
His job is done.
We got to fill him in on that. Assuming he didn't watch the replay, he probably doesn't even know that's what his character's doing.
Yeah, this guy will be on there, probably cracking jokes about Newbie's pronunciation. Azer S Tiger just dropped Ultra Maximus's link in the chat also. Yeah, and Sunday's also recovery from Spine Ticks Day. So
That's
I
crazy.
don't know.
that it went on this long.
I might need a nap.
If it had gone on 4 hours, I wouldn't have been able to make it. Like if I was in that one, I took that night off, but like there's no way I'd go 7. There's just no way.
I don't know. I was kind of falling asleep at the end. I felt like, yeah. So let's end this. So you guys can go watch Comics Talk Weekly's video, and then catch the Power Pack. See you guys.
All right.